r/AskReddit. Cat owners of Reddit, what's the weirdest thing your cat has done? Took my cat, Lassie, to the vet for her annual checkup. She was high-strung, did not like being touched by strangers, and hated the vet. Knowing this, the vet's assistant held her down firmly while the vet inserted the thermometer. Except Lassie didn't resist. On initial penetration, Lassie relaxed and raised her butt into the thermometer until it was fully inserted. Then she purred. The vet looked at me. The assistant looked at me. All I could do was shrug and say, I have no idea. My cat can jump up and hit the ice maker so he can play with the ice cubes when they hit the floor. Correction, toy dispenser. Walked to the end of the driveway, turned around, then ran as fast as he could to the front sliding door, launched himself at the fly screen, and used the momentum and the swinging weight of his body to slide the door completely open, and walked on in like the mother-clucking boss he was. My cat eats the dog's food to assert dominance. Mine have tried. I had a roommate with a large boxer that was an absolute teddy bear with the cats. Only dog I've let be alone with my cats, so his kibble was very large. The cats couldn't eat it, but they would very clearly wait until the dog was eating, and then casually butt his head out of his bowl to steal a piece of kibble and walk away with it. To his credit, the boxer was very patient and just watched them indulgently. He was a good boy. I had a few cats over the years. Cat 1. If you are leaving for a trip, she will sit on your suitcase for hours to try and prevent you from leaving. Cat 2. He clawed a towel and ended up getting all 4 of his claws stuck in it. Moments later he was wrapped in the towel crying pathetically because he failed to get free. Cat 3. When I worked evenings he would sit on the couch near the front door waiting for me to come home. As soon as I walked up the porch he would curl up and pretend that he is asleep. My heart for Cat 3. I used to have a cat that had an obsession with Chinese food. The amount of time she trotted along with an egg roll she secured was too numerous for me comfortably admit. My one cat likes queso a little too much. Once she didn't want to wait for my mom to finish, so she went in for it and literally had a slapping fight with my mom over freaking queso. Now my mom knows she's gotta eat it fast before ever decides it's time to take her queso. My kitten will wait for me to turn on my computer after work so he can watch my moving background I have, and looks at me when I open Chrome or something if he's still watching the background. Every time I sneeze, my cat comes out from wherever he is and meows at me with concern. I choose to believe he's meowing bless you. When I got one of my cats he was pretty feral. He only has 3 legs, so he can't go back to his colony. I realized that every time I sniffed he thought I was hissing at him. He would flinch. Every time I spray myself with deodorant one of my cats hisses back at me. I think the combination of the sound, me making myself big, raising my arms to spray underneath, and the change in smell that I give off the cat has real problems with haha. My previous cat would sit in my hair while I slept, butthole against my scalp. When I was a teenager I had a cat who thought that my extra long extra thick hair was just the best thing ever to sleep on a night. Maybe she liked my shampoo. I frequently woke up to her kneading my hair into the pillow, which usually resulted in some claws to the scalp. She lives with my mom now, and my mom definitely doesn't have that long hair. I hope Ma found something else to obsess over. My cat carries a stuffed fish around my house and meows with it in her mouth. My cat does this, but it's a little pink whale. My cat does that with a stuffed mouse. One of our cats does this with stray socks. My cat will literally park her off of my back onto the furniture. The first time it happened I thought my partner came up behind me and shoved me, but no. My cat does a kind of acrobatic turnaround on windowsills. He'll keep his front paws down and lift his back legs above himself on the window and swing them to the other side. Got a video once, but IDK how to upload it to here. I have had too many cats over the years, so I'll put one my newest, Dobby the house cat, here. He likes to sleep with me, preferably on my legs, or snuggled up close to face. He also happens to wake up before I do, and tries to wake me up, to let me know he has to be fed. Apparently, I had been sleeping with my mouth open, and I woke up to Dobby, his whole front paw in my mouth, and he's giving me the most evil of cat glares. I was 2 hours late for breakfast. OMG. My cat is named Dobby, but she's 17 years old and a jerk. Bad Dobby. Worth noting, he also steals my socks and almost always the left one. Not exactly weird, but the dumb mother clucker kept finding ways into the walls of my old apartment, then scream until he found his way to an exit. Idiot. The cat I had when I was a kid developed a weird habit later in her life. Whenever she was laying on me, she'd stare me dead in the eyes and just slowly stretch a paw up and stick it in my mouth. Don't know why. Mine does that, except she puts her paw on my nose. Mine does that when he wants to be fed. Then if I ignore him too long, which I usually do, because he always demands food when I'm busy sleeping, he'll eventually resort to cat punching my head. He keeps on licking a certain wall, tiles, in the bathroom and a stone column in our front yard. He licks those daily. I can't tell why he does that despite checking on Google for answers. See, my cat just liked to launch herself at the window screen or the screen door for fun, or sometimes to let us know she wanted in. We'd be sitting, eating dinner, then, bam, there is a cat hanging on the screen. She'd hang there for a second staring at us, then jump down. Sometimes it was because she wanted my mom to go open the front door for her. What is she, a peasant, having to use the doggy door? Other times, she was just saying hi, I guess. I was having acupuncture at home, and my cat jumped on the bed and looked at me with an extremely worried face. Suddenly he started taking the needles out of my body one by one with his mouth. It was quite bizarre. He was saving you from being tortured, obviously. Cats care about their humans and follow their instincts after all. My cat is very particular about my sleeping times. She will scream at me if I stay up too late and stubbornly wake me up in the mornings if I sleep in. She has tried many methods of waking me up. My favorite was when she once placed her entire little body under my neck and then lifted up. Mine starts luring me to the bedroom when she thinks it's bedtime, usually around 10 PM. He meows for attention and only stops if I pick him up and carry him around. I've had to learn the difference between his I'm hungry meows and his I need attention meows and his I don't need anything, I'm just messing with you meows. My cat is like this. I blame myself. When he was a kitten he wanted to be with me 24/7, so I would carry him around in a baby wrap. Now I end up doing most household chores one-handed and cradling him like a baby in the other arm. I have a weird but kinda sweet story. My cat is usually all about my husband. When my husband is home the cat follows him around, demands to get picked up and held like a baby and cuddles with him the most. Unless I'm sick. Even when it's just a migraine, the cat seems to know and cuddles with me and won't leave my side until I feel better. So, about a month ago I was feeling horrible, sick to my stomach, migraine, really bad period cramps, a sore throat, all topped off with congestion so bad I had to breathe out of my mouth for days. So I'm laying in bed, hoping some medicine will kick in and I can fall asleep when I feel the cat jump off the bed. I figured he was going to leave me be, but he came back in about a minute and dropped something in my hand, which I had laying kind of open on the bed beside me, palm up. It was a water bottle cap. I have no clue where he found it. We haven't had water bottles in the house in at least a year, if not 1.5 years. I don't know why he brought it to me, but he thought, in that moment, I needed that cap. He got all the head scratches and cuddles that day. Maybe he liked batting it around and playing with it, so he had it hidden somewhere for his private playtime, and he thought it makes him feel good, so maybe it would make you feel good, too. I'd like to believe this. This is too cute. I had a 8-week-old kitten that hated me. I mean, like, hated me. Every time I tried to apply flea treatment, or even just brush her, always being very gentle, and with no sudden movements from the sides or above, she swiped and hissed at me, like I was Satan himself. I've raised cats before, but even the shelter manager told me that I might not be able to successfully socialize the kitten. She hadn't been able to, and that it was totally okay to bring her back if it didn't work out. And then, one odd day, the kitten did a 180 and became the most friendly belly showing cat, following me around the apartment and such and talking In fact, she became pretty clingy at times, almost like a dog and always needing companionship. When I come home she's waiting by the front door. She wasn't ill or hungry, the vet found nothing weird, it's as if some switch flipped in her, and she decided I was okay. When I asked the vet about this strange behavior, she just shrugged her shoulders and said, "Cats." Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel for more edit videos like this. Don't forget to smash that like button, and stay crispy guys.